Most artists in South Africa are poor, most authors are poor, and most people who rely on copyright in South Africa are poor. So it's important to protect their rights. Unfortunately, this bill does not do it. In fact, there are many flaws in the bill, but the most important one is the covert expropriation without compensation that will be implemented via the importation of the nebulous term of fair use from the United States into our law as part of a new and experimental hybrid model of copyright exceptions grounded in fair use. This in effect means that the ill-defined term will allow anyone who apply their own view of fairness to make use of copyrighted work without payment. We have actually just heard that universities, after this bill is passed, will stop paying royalties to any authors, especially university libraries. Artists who are already poor will obviously suffer as a result of this, and it will be to the benefit of multinational corporations like Google and Facebook that predicate their business models on providing works for free on the internet. And not only will artists be prejudiced by the fair use, but also a whole economy. The Motion Picture Association of America members, who many have invested millions of dollars in South Africa, are very concerned about this, including other online creators like Netflix and YouTube. However, in the committee, the Director General of the department said Google will invest instead if they pull out. So our government is willing to cut loose our current sure Hollywood investments for uncertain investments that may or may not realize from Google. Who knows if they will invest? Furthermore, the fact that no impact study has been performed underscores the irrationality of this bill. Another fundamental problem is that this bill does not comply with South Africa's international law obligations in terms of the Berne Convention or TRIPS. In general, the amendments are strict, unworkable, and will have unintended consequences. Let me explain this by an example. Let's say Steven Spielberg decides to make a film in South Africa. He directs and he produces, and the money comes from Hollywood. He will, upon contracting with the actors, realize that the minister will prescribe what should be in their contracts and not himself. He will also be faced with the fact that many of the contributions to the film, like the music, the artwork, etc., are inalienable, and therefore he and the studio can never fully own the film itself. Literary rights like screenplays and books on which a film is based and musical works included in the film will revert back to the owners after 25 years. But it takes more than 15 years sometimes for a film to be developed from idea, concept, book, or screenplay to the film itself. Spielberg and the studio will then realize that their film has a very limited window of distribution before the rights revert back. Even before the film production is finalized, they will pack up and leave for better film destinations. Many artists then would leave, will stay unemployed as a result.
We regret your time has expired, sir.
Thank you very much.